In our previous video, as part of ASP.NET Core tutorial, we have seen the purpose of startup.cs as well as program.cs. And we have also understood what is the purpose of model and what exactly is a model in MVC framework and what exactly it is regarding ASP.NET Core MVC framework, right? But we have not seen the implementation part of the model. We have just understood the theoretical part of the model. That is, a model means a domain class, interface, as well as the concrete class. All these three make it a model. So regarding this theoretical concept, we have seen in our previous video. Now we will see the implementation of model. So inside our models folder, let's create a new class over here, class, and we'll name this class as grocery.cs. Okay, so this is a domain class which I'm going to create inside grocery store project. Just right click on this project and you can create the required folders over here for models, views, as well as controllers. Once you have created all these empty folders, then right click on this models folder, go to add and click on this class. This is where you can create a new class. Okay, so as part of this grocery, what we have to specify over here, this is a domain class. Domain class should have all the properties related to this grocery, right? So let's declare all that over here. Public of type int, this is grocery id. Okay, and this will have get and set. And similarly, like this, we are going to define all other properties, that is public string, this will be grocery name. Okay, with get and set. What else? Grocery name, or then we should define public string, some short description regarding this grocery. Okay, then one more which is having long description. I'm just going to copy this over here and I'm going to paste this and I'm going to change this to long description. What else properties we want to define? As part of grocery, we'll have a price, right? Each grocery will have a price, so it will be of type decimal price. Okay, then some image of that grocery, that is of type string image url. You can specify like this with get and set. So along with this image url, we also have to provide image thumbnail url. Okay, because whenever we are displaying an image, it will have a thumbnail displayed, right? The thumbnail also, some url we have to specify, so that on click of that thumbnail it will navigate to that particular item, that is particular grocery. Image thumbnail url. Then we also wish to see if that particular grocery is the best sold grocery of that week. So how we can do that? By making use of bool type is grocery of the week. We can specify something like this. Okay. Later, by making use of a specific method under interface and providing inside the concrete class, we can define the action for this. That is grocery of the week. We are going to check the condition for each grocery and return that particular grocery, which is the grocery of the week. Grocery of the week means that particular week, which is the most sold grocery. Okay. And what else? We have also wish to check whether that particular grocery is in stock or not. So in stock. Okay, and set. What else? In stock. And I want to define each grocery as part of some category. What is that category? Grocery category can be fruits, vegetables, or others, right? Miscellaneous something. So that particular category which that grocery belongs to, that we are going to specify by taking up a property over here, that is public int category id, that will have a specific unique category id. Okay, category id. What else? And what is the type of that category, right? I want to define whether that category belongs to fruits, that grocery belongs to fruits, or that grocery belongs to vegetables or something else. So we can specify here public category. Category. Okay, this is of type category only. Okay, that's it. So this is the domain class which we have specified inside models folder, that is grocery class, which have this set of properties. But you can see a error message getting displayed over here for this category. Why? Because this is of type category. We also have to define another class which will specify this category class, right? We should have another class of type category. So what we are going to do is inside this models folder, let's create another class, domain class, with name category. Okay, category. As part of this class, what this has to contain, this has to contain the properties for this category, right? So what are the properties of the category? Properties of the category can be category id. Okay, you can set, then it should have a name, right? Category name. Category name for the grocery can be fruits or vegetables or something else. Okay, category name. Then description about that category, public string description. Okay, then what else? And we also have to return the list of the groceries which belong to that particular category. So how we can do that? By using public list of grocery. List of groceries. So what does this mean? This means that the list of groceries, the return type of this is list of grocery, means a number of groceries can belong to the same category. For example, if you can see, the category can be fruits, for example. If the category is fruits, all the groceries which belong to fruits category. So to get that, how we can do? By using this return type, right? List of that grocery, means fruits can be apple, mango, something like that, right? All those belongs to that particular category only. All the list of groceries. That's the reason we are creating this property. Okay. So that's it. So we have created grocery.cs, category.cs, which are both domain classes. If you remember in our previous video, we had discussed regarding the structure of a model, what model contains. Model contains domain class, interface, as well as concrete class. All these three things make it a model. We have done domain classes so far, that is grocery.cs, category.cs. So what is the next part? Next part, as part of this model, we have to create interfaces for it, right? Interfaces which define the actions for each of these categories and each of these groceries, right? What are the actions you wish to perform by making use of these groceries? Okay, that we are going to specify inside repository. So what is that repository? That repository will be interface which we are going to create over here. I'll just show you now. Okay, instead of taking class over here, we can make it interface. So what is the name of the interface which we are going to specify over here? Now we are going to specify igrocery repository. Okay, .cs. I'm going to add this also belongs to model, right? So we have to include domain classes as well as this interfaces as well inside this model folder only. Okay, so as part of this interface, let's first make it public. Okay, and inside this interface we have to define the action performed using the grocery, right? What are the actions performed? We want to get all the list of groceries, all groceries method. Okay, so let's define over here I enumerable of grocery, that is all groceries. I want to return all the groceries. This is a get method and doesn't require set. Okay, and similarly I want to get all the groceries which are most sold for that particular week. Okay, all the groceries for that particular week which are most sold, I want to get. So I can define like this: I enumerable of groceries of the week. Okay, and this also will be get. What else is required? We want to get a particular grocery based on its ID. See, for example, we have created as part of our application some five groceries. Okay, in that five groceries will be of category. Three of the groceries will be of category fruits, and two of the groceries will be of category vegetables. I want to pick based on the particular ID, a particular category, particular grocery. For example, ID 4 belongs to Apple, for example. So based on that ID, I wish to get that grocery, right? So how I can do that? That is like search. So it will be something like this: get grocery by ID. Okay, and this get grocery by ID will return a grocery, right? Among the list of groceries, there will be one grocery which is of unique ID. Okay, that is what we are getting over here, which will return a grocery. What we have to pass for this? We have to pass that grocery ID. Grocery ID. So by passing this grocery ID, we will be getting that particular grocery from the list of groceries. Right? This is used mainly for search actually. For search operation, I want to get a particular grocery from list of groceries by passing ID. Okay, that's it. So these are the operations which I wish to perform on groceries. Now there is one more class if you observe category.cs. Even for this class, we have to define an interface. So let's define an interface inside models folder, add, that is class. Here we can change to interface. And here I'm going to specify the name of another interface as I category repository .cs. I'm going to add this. As part of this I category repository, I'm going to specify here a method that is a function whose behavior will be something related to this category. Okay. We have defined category.cs, which will have category ID, category name, description, and groceries, list of groceries which belong to that category we are returning over here. So based on these properties, I want to perform an action. For example, I want to get all the categories. See, for example, there are three categories with IDs, ID 1, 2, 3, that is apples, vegetables, as well as others. All these three categories for those groceries I want to get. So for that operation, we can specify I enumerable of category. Okay. And here I am going to get all the categories. Okay. That's it. So what else? So for what else we have done? If you observe here, initially, we created domain classes for grocery as well as category.cs. Then we have created respective interfaces for both, that is iGrocery repository and iCategory repository. So what else is pending as part of this model? We have to create concrete classes for each of these interfaces. That is, that concrete class has to implement, for example, if you remember, in our previous video, we had discussed that a model contains domain class, interface, and concrete class. Domain class is created. Okay, interface is created. So what next is concrete class. As part of concrete class, what we have to create? We have to create a concrete class in such a way that whatever provided inside iGrocery repository, these are the methods provided, right? That is all categories, groceries of the week, get grocery by ID. These three behaviors, these three operations, implementation has to be specified inside that concrete class. That is, that class has to implement this interface, that is iGrocery repository interface and iCategory repository interface. Okay, this also will change, just change to public. Okay, so we are going to specify the implementation by making use of these methods specified inside iCategory repository and iGrocery repository. So next step is we have to create concrete classes for each of these repositories and provide implementation. That's it. We are done for the model. Post to that, we can go to controllers as well as views. Okay, we will see how in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment, and share this video, and kindly subscribe to my channel in order to watch more videos. And from today, as it's a new year, this is my first video after a long time. I'm resuming the video regarding ASP.NET Core, and I'll be continuing from today. Parallelly, I'll be uploading Angular videos as well along with this ASP.NET Core. Thank you.